I watched Django the other day, Tarantino film, great film, and it's about slavery. Part of it's about slavery in the cotton fields in America, and it's sort of made me made me realise I knew already. Made me think of a way to try and make an example of today's slavery, even though people think they're free. So you got the owners of the cotton fields, and then you've got the slaves, which were the black people back in that time, and they housed them, they gave them food as long as they worked the fields, and if they got out of line, they whipped them or killed them. And the ones that really stayed in line got rewarded, like the butler guy in Django, Samuel L. Jackson played a brilliant part. He knew how to play the game, and he got rewarded for it by helping the slave masters keeping control of the slaves. But what's different today, really, when you think about it? Not a lot, because you're born a human being, and you think you're free, and you think you can do whatever you want in life, but you can't. Without trying to go off in a tangent about the birth certificate and the government owning you through the birth certificate, through the registration of the body by the parents to the government in capital letters, which makes it a corporation. Won't go into any more detail about that, save that for another time. Well, basically, you're sent to school to be educated so you can get a job. That's the only reason they want you to go to school. And that's also tangent another reason they don't want parents having kids taking time off school for holidays. That woman just went to jail and nearly went to jail for taking a kid to her wedding somewhere during school time. So you can get fined £1,000 or something, £2,000, or you can go to jail for not sending your kid to school, which is controlling you. You have to send your kids to school because they want to. Here we go, tangent again, education. Because they want to control what the child learns. They want to control what it learns about history, what to think and what to believe is important in life. And basically, the whole thing is just a system to go through the education system, most education systems, sorry, Christine, to weed out those that are going to obey the rules best. So yes sirs, no sirs, tick the boxes, sirs, yes, I'll get a job. We got a job at 16, I can start looking forward to the rest of my life as a worker now. And that's what the government want. They want workers. They don't want free thinkers. They don't want the artists. They don't want the musicians. They don't want people go out and exploring the world and having a wonderful time. Because they want you to go to school and go to college, get in debt, so you have to get a job to pay off the debt that has been caused by you getting the education which has forced you in the place you're in the first place. So basically, the whole system is just a big slavery system, even though we think we're free because we have weekends off. Why do we say weekends off? Weekends off what? Weekends off slavery. So you get 2 weeks holiday a year or 4 weeks holiday a year, which is the same holidays every year. It's the same sort of places. It's not anything different. And it's just repeating the cycle time and time again. And if our parents did it, we've done it. Our children will do it unless we change it. Unless we say no, we don't need to be slaves anymore. So yeah, it made me think about that, and it's exactly the same. They used to whip the slaves to get out of line. So if you get out of line, if you break the rules that the government set, you get fined, which puts you in more financial trouble, or you go to jail. And there's so many ridiculous laws that people go into jail for not paying council taxes, for not paying bills to TV licenses, for smoking a plant. And God gave, I think Genesis 1:26 or something, and I give you all the plants, all the seed-bearing plants on earth, and these will be your food. The government's got no right whatsoever to tell anyone on the planet who can and can't have the food given to them by God. And they're supposed to be following the rules of the Bible. Let's say the Christians are that rubbish, but they're not. They're just using it as another. They're just using whatever they can to control people. So if you don't toe the line, you get punished. And if you do toe the line, you get rewarded, which means you get paid for doing a job. And most of us hated our jobs. We don't want to go and, you don't really choose to do your job for the rest of your life. You do it because you have to pay your bills to survive. Slavery. So yeah, I just wanted to say that. Django made me think, good comparison. So what's really going on nowadays? Slavery hasn't changed. It's just been redesigned, so you don't realise you're a slave. You go and do your slavery stuff, then come home and watch all the shit on TV. Or sport, or football. Tangent. But is there a way to stop the slavery? Yes, there is. Stop the slave masters. It's quite easy. Bye.